This is Lagers and Loudmouths, Conversations Unfiltered.
Fun fact, that is Tyler playing the guitar on our intro.
Yeah, 100%. I am what they call a rock legend.
He is, yeah. You should see him coming soon. He's actually given up the podcast life to become a rocker, so look for that in the future.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 30 of Lagers and Loudmouths. We've got a nice Christmas-themed episode on the docket for you. But before we get to that, we got to talk about a couple of things. One thing, we are doing a Christmas giveaway, our first ever giveaway here at Lagers and Loudmouths. We are going to give away, we actually got 3 different prizes. One of them is a Zool prize pack with some beer and a nice tin ticker. The second one is a 4-pack of local brews from some of our favorite breweries, and we've had pretty much all of these on the episode at some point. And then the final gift is a 1907, our favorite local brewery, t-shirt. So if you want the deets on that, go check out our Facebook and or Instagram page. There are obviously social media things you got to do to get entered, but it's pretty easy, straightforward stuff. So go check that out. What are we drinking?
Yeah, so we are going back to Crafty Bastard Brewery out of Knoxville, Tennessee. We've had a couple of their beers on the podcast over the past year or so. This is called Summer Splash. Oh, crap.
It explodes.
That'll happen on your big jobs. Cam just freaking had an explosion of beer all over his carpet.
Or in my case, a small job.
Yeah, right. But anyway, Session IPA, 4.5% alcohol by volume, 40 international bitterness units.
Not business units.
I don't know why I was going to say that. International bitterness units. And it's rated 3.79 on Untappd, which is pretty solid.
That is it's good.
Description: Session IPAs are kettle hopped for bitterness and dry hopped for flavor and aroma after the boil, usually in similar quantities and varieties as a standard American IPA.
Tell people what does it mean to be kettle hopped?
Kettle hopped is essentially any hops you add during the boil process of brewing beer.
Gotcha. So when brewing, you can add hops during the boil and obviously after, right? So
correct.
Kettle means it's add while you're...
Yeah, gotcha. And essentially the earlier that you add the hops into the boil, the more bitterness that you're going to get out of the hops, and the later that you add them, the less bitterness you're going to get.
Gotcha.
So in dry hopping, adding hops after fermentation or during fermentation, you get a lot of the aroma and the flavor of the hops without as much perceived bitterness.
Gotcha. I think I've always done kettle hop then. Maybe I've done one beer with dry hop.
You might have done 1 or 2 with dry hop.
Yeah,
but,
most of it is kettle more traditional, common.
Yeah, really unless you're doing... Really, you see dry hopping the most in IPAs. You could dry hop anything technically, but it's most prominent in IPAs. But no, for I'd say the majority of the beers out there, you're not going to necessarily dry hop. You're always going to kettle hop.
Gotcha. This is a good beer. I like it. 4.5% after a long day yesterday, so we needed something nice and light to get us through this episode.
Session IPA, very flavorful. Crafty Bastard, I love that place. It's a cool spot.
Great brewery.
Yeah,
they always got local artists up on the wall. Go check it out next time you're in Knoxville.
We spent a bunch of money there on art.
Too much.
Yep.
But it's all right. It's fun. I like supporting the locals.
All right. That being said, let's kick off this slight variety of an episode.
Words is hard.
Yeah, words is hard. I've had a long ass week, dude.
I know. Yeah, we can talk about that. We've spent the last week redoing my basement bathroom, so that's fun. But nonetheless, this is because this episode's coming out approximately, I think, 3-4 days before actual Christmas. We decided to go with a full Christmas theme. So rather than a serious/fun topic as usual, it's going to be pretty much all Christmas all the time. There's going to be maybe a bit more serious here and a bit more fun there, but it's going to be pretty much all Christmas all the time.
Kick us off, buddy.
All right, first question. We're coming straight out of the gates with the hard-hitting questions. Top 3 Christmas movies of all time.
All right.
You going in reverse order?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Number 3, I'm going to go Elf.
Elf, all right.
Classic.
That's classic. I mean, you got Buddy the Elf. You stole my number 2, but that's fair.
I figured that one was going to come up for both of us.
Yeah, Elf it's hard not to have Elf up there. That was my number 2. I'll go ahead and give you my number 3 then. My number 3 is Home Alone.
Home Alone's a good one.
I mean, it's a classic, and they're all set. Even the once they kind of get past the first one, they're still all set at Christmas time, family vacations. Amos absolutely loves it. He will sit and cackle at that movie. Obviously, the scene where he's in the house attacking the wet bandits.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Yeah, he'll sit there and cackle at that for an hour. So that makes me like it a little bit more that he loves it, even though it's at this point, 30?
Yeah, it's an older movie at this point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, classic,
Yeah.
And there's so many classic Christmas movies out there
That's
now.
when I was looking through the list. I was like, man, I like that one. I like that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, three honorable mentions.
Nice.
I couldn't narrow it down to just 3, so I got some honorable mentions.
Well, that's good
too.
because I have 0 honorable mentions.
Good. What do you got for number 2?
Number 2, another cult classic, Christmas Vacation.
Son of a bitch.
Did I take your number 1?
You took my number 1.
Christmas Vacation. I mean, Uncle Eddie.
Yeah,
He's
National Lampoons. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with that.
My spirit animal. It's a good movie.
Clark, I mean, it really is a good movie. I mean, it's more than just the Christmas, but it kind of gets to the spirit of.
Set in my neck of the woods of
It is.
Chicago, Illinois, around that area. You
is.
actually just got the
got the hat.
You just got the Clark Griswold Chicago Bears vintage Christmas
Yeah,
hat.
Tiff gave it to me yesterday early for Christmas. I had mentioned, I think we were watching. I was like, man, I actually like that hat.
So what you need to do now is you need to get the Clark Griswold Chicago Blackhawks jersey to go with the hat.
Ooh, all right. I don't have a hockey team. I can be convinced to be a Blackhawks team.
There you go.
Blackhawks, if you're listening, a free jersey sent my way. That's fine. Last name Halfacre, spelled just like it sounds.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get right on
I'm
that.
sure they will. Number 27. Yeah, so you already took my number 2, so I'm going to go with one of my honorable mentions.
for it.
My number 2 was Elf. I mean, you can't not like Elf. It's just great. It's arguably one of Will Ferrell. Maybe, I don't know. I might argue
it's one
Will
of his
Ferrell's-
best movies.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, Elf came out during our childhood,
Yep.
and it's weird because we grew up with the movie, but now it's been out for long enough where I'd say it's a classic Christmas movie.
It's
at
got
this
to be,
point.
what, 20 years at this point? Ish?
Is it that old?
Let's see. Let's see what the Google says. When did Elf come out?
I'm going to say 02.
You're very close. November 7th, 2003.
Okay.
So about 21
So yeah,
years
21
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. Will Ferrell was a young man at that point.
Yeah, no joke.
All right, so back to my my first honorable mention. I'm going to go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version.
Sure.
Amos is literally up in the house watching it right now. He was sitting up there. He's like, Dad, you said we could watch it this weekend. So I found it on Amazon, and he's up there watching it right now.
Yeah, the Grinch is a good one too. I like that one.
But, I mean, they're all good. The classic cartoon's great as well. But, I mean, the Jim Carrey version.
Oh, yeah.
2000, I think it was like 2000. It's just great.
And he does such a good job with it too.
Oh, yeah. I saw once that it to put on that Grinch makeup costume, it was like an 8-hour. He legit had to start. It was 8 hours to get the full
Oh, my
costume on
God.
before he could even record anything.
Right. And can you imagine trying to take all that shit off?
No, it's got to be miserable.
Oh my God, you're gonna be green forever.
You're putting in a 15-hour day, and you're just hoping that you only have to do one take on everything.
Yeah, no joke.
Because otherwise, you're going to be the Green Grinch a lot.
I don't know. They pay him a lot of money, so I'm
That's
sure.
fair. Yeah, you can sit and suffer.
Suck it up.
You can sit and I'll be the Grinch if you need me to. Just paint me green. All right, number 1.
I'm gonna go unconventional here.
You're going Die Hard.
No, I'm
No?
not.
All right.
Fat Man.
I don't know Fat Man.
Okay, so it came out probably at this point maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6. I don't know.
Fat Man?
Somewhere
Fat
around there.
Man, Chris.
It's Mel Gibson playing Santa Claus,
okay.
and the premise of the movie is there's this spoiled brat rich kid who is a bad kid.
Well,
and
he's got a gun in this picture.
Yeah, it's not a classic Christmas movie. I think it's rated R, so very family applicable. But no, the premise is spoiled rich kid. I think he gets cold for Christmas or something like that, and he's all pissed off. So he hires a hitman to assassinate Santa Claus.
That's awesome.
Played by Mel Gibson.
All right.
Fabulous film.
You can watch it free on Peacock right now.
Perfect.
That may be on my agenda tonight now, so now I have to watch it. It's 5.9 on IMDb and a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's an action movie. I think it's well written.
I mean, if it's Mel Gibson, it's got to be action.
It's good. It's just good, and I like ridiculous shit.
It's got Walton Goggins in it too. He's fun.
Yeah,
So
you definitely, if you have the time, carve out 2 hours to watch that movie. It's a solid movie.
all right, done. I'm adding it to my agenda for maybe tonight even. All right, my number 1 you already stole. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Again, cult classic. I mean, I've dressed up as Cousin Eddie many times.
Love Cousin Eddie.
I mean, classic Shitter's Full. It's just a great movie. Tiff quotes it all year round. The scene where the ice shoots through their window from the whatchamacallit thing. And she'll quote the, why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot. So classic. Outside of my 3 to 1 is Home Alone, Elf, and National Lampoons. Honorable mention, Christmas Story. I think the classic of Christmas Story. Ralphie gets the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yep.
That's good. I think it's probably more nostalgia than anything. It's not a particularly great film in terms of
No, it is what it is. But I mean, we've watched it every year since
Same.
I can remember.
Who is
so.
it? Is it TBS? I think it's TBS or TNT. Plays it for 24 hours straight,
Oh,
starting
sure.
Christmas
Yeah.
morning, something like that. So yeah, that one's up there for me. Do you have any other honorable mentions?
I'm not a huge Christmas guy. A Christmas Story was definitely one of my honorable mentions. Trying to think. I'll tell you one that I don't like.
Okay.
That's probably very controversial.
All right.
Is A Christmas Carol.
All right.
Can't stand that movie.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't really have a reason. It's just
You don't like the Scrooge and the three ghosts? And,
no. I mean, the ghosts are cool, I guess, but overall, I just don't enjoy watching the movie.
That's fair. I mean, and that's probably, I would argue it's the most done Christmas movie of all time.
They've done
So many iterations
100
of
different
it.
iterations of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you got that. I like Polar Express again.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it until I had a kid, but it's
I was going to say, you got a kid, so that's got to be up there.
that. Did you ever watch the Santa Claus? Clause, like a clause in the contract.
Oh,
Tim Allen.
I'm sure like one day in middle school we watched that on the TV.
So
but
it was Tim Allen. He's just kind of businessman, standard businessman, divorced dad, got his like 8-year-old kid, and he causes Santa to fall off the roof, and because it was his roof and he put on the Santa suit, he turns into Santa.
Oh.
They actually made several after the first one, but the first one was great. It's a good family movie. Again, Amos loves that one.
yeah.
So yeah, those are some of my honorable mentions. All right, so this one popped up when I was looking. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Halloween movie, Christmas movie.
Both.
I know, it does such a good job of playing both.
You could play it for 3 months straight.
You really could. You
It's
start
perfect.
start beginning of August, you get through a new year, and you can play the whole thing.
Yeah. I love that movie. Great movie.
Great movie. Let's see. Any others on this list here?
I like the holiday movies that are a bit of an outlier.
Now, have you ever watched? I mean, this is actually rated as one of the top movies of all time, not just Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life. It's like 1934.
Oh, I've definitely seen it.
1946.
No, I've definitely seen it. I don't particularly care for it, but
Yeah.
I understand that it's
I
beyond a classic.
I don't recall. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I need to sit down as an
Is
adult.
that the every time a bell rings an angel gets its wings
yeah,
movie?
yeah. I think it's actually. Like, I've looked at IMDb before. I think it's top. It's at least top 5, top 10 of all time of all movies.
That's wild.
Yeah,
It's all black and white and it's all
Black and white.
grainy, crappy footage.
1946.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Share with us your favorite Christmas movies if you hate ours. Apparently, we all need to watch The Fat Man because only Tyler has seen it, but I'm gonna watch it.
It's pretty good, dude.
I mean, I like Mel Gibson. Who doesn't like Mel? He got a little crazy in his older age, but I still like him.
No, he does a good ass job, and he's like a little older now, so it's like him as Santa Claus really fits his persona.
But I thought he was trying to kill Santa Claus.
No, the kid is trying to kill Mel Gibson, who is
as
playing
Santa Claus.
as Santa Claus.
Got it. Okay, so the kid hires, I
hit-
guess it's Walton Goggins as the hitman
Yes,
to come kill Santa Claus.
to
Mel
assassinate
Gibson.
Santa Claus.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yes,
that's gonna be great. All right, I'm definitely watching
it's
that. then.
badass, dude.
Free on Peacock right now.
Yeah, check it out.
Yep. All right. So that's Christmas number 1. Christmas number 2. Let's see what we got here. We're sticking with Lagers and Loudmouths theme, and we're going with our favorite holiday beers.
Oh yeah, so many good beers come out at Christmas time or seasonally.
As long as you like the darker beers, generally.
Typically, Christmas beers are going to be on the darker side, amber to dark.
Yeah.
The one that came to my mind immediately was Sam Adams Cold Snap.
Cold Snap is good.
And I know the winter ale's
too.
great. And I was talking to some patrons at the bar today. We were talking about how the winter ale's real good, but I
do you guys have it on draft?
No, we don't have it on draft, but I'm sure I can probably procure
Yeah,
it.
you should.
But no, Cold Snap, phenomenal beer.
Yeah.
Love it. And I wish they would. I would drink that beer year round.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
See, I say that a lot about most Sam Adams beers.
They just make good beer.
Yeah, they do. They just do a good beer. Like I drink Oktoberfest, Boston Lager. I mean, I know that's their flagship, and it's fine. Yeah, I don't hate it, but I'm not going to go out of my way.
No,
to
it doesn't. It doesn't do a lot for me. But
their seasonal stuff, like their summer ale.
the
is
summer
good.
ale's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a good ass job.
I guess that's why they've been around for a long time.
Yeah, they've had some experience.
Yeah. All right, so you're going with that. I'm going with some. I got 3 here. I'm going in reverse order again. So I'm going Sierra Nevada's Celebration Fresh Hop IPA.
I don't know if I've had that one.
I think you can buy it at Ingles right now. It's in the red. It's got the
Variety
red
packs?
box. I think it's red box. It's like cranberry red for Christmas.
Yeah.
But it is. It's like a holiday-ish style IPA. So it's got a bit of you got the hops obviously from the IPA, but then you get some holiday spices in there.
Yep.
That's the only IPA I put on my list because generally you don't think of IPAs when you think of cold months.
No, I don't. I mean, you could. I mean, we're drinking one now, but
yeah, but it's called Summer Splash.
The other one I wanted to mention is we actually have it on tap at 1907 right now. It's the Kentucky Bourbon Ale Cocoa Porter.
They don't do their variations of that are always good.
Oh my God, they don't have a. I don't feel like they. I haven't looked into it, but I don't feel like they have a lot of variety. But they have. Whatever they make is just fucking
they do.
Good.
With Tiff and I got to tour. It used to be Alltech Brewing back in the day, so we toured it probably 7 or 8 years ago. They also do whiskey as well. Great brewery. It's their Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale is probably top 5 beer of all time for me.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal.
Then I had that one, the Cocoa Porter, the other night at the bar.
Super chocolatey.
It was, but it's not overbearing.
No,
in any stretch.
And there's just a hint of bourbon. It's not like the Bourbon Barrel Ale where it's in your face. I think the chocolate and the cocoa overpower it.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah,
in
not
a good
in a bad
way.
Because I mean, I think it came in close to 9%. It was like 8.8 or 8.9%, but it does not taste like it.
No, it doesn't.
Super smooth,
and it's perfect for. I mean, that'd be the perfect beer for a snowy night by the fire in your house or something like that.
Would be. That's what I like. And it's just cold. You just got a nice heavy beer sitting there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We're sitting in the hot tub with nice heavy beer.
Yeah.
All right, my number 2 is Highland's Cold Mountain.
Okay.
Highland Brewing. You remember we had that last year. We went over to Asheville later in the season.
Yeah, I think I have a beef with that brewery.
Is it Highland? No, you don't like High Wire.
No, I don't like High Wire.
Sorry, High Wire. We love you.
Yeah, they're fine. They're great. Please sponsor us. Anyway, Highland Brewing in Asheville, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they wanted to kick us out of there once.
Did they?
Yeah.
Was I with you?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that seems reasonable. If I was with you.
No, it was stupid. I won't get into it.
But nonetheless, I do like their Cold Mountain beer, and they do variations of it too. They come out with different variations. They did, I think it was a coconut one last year that I got to try. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my number 2. Again, dark beer, got some flavor to it. You're hitting it 400 or 500 calories a beer.
Yeah.
But don't think about that. That's not where you're drinking it. You're packing on pounds for the winter
Oh
months.
yeah. Well,
Cold.
calories don't count between November and January.
I think it should start probably about second week of November, and then no calories count until January 1st. In which case, you reevaluate your life and realize what you've done.
Yeah. You realize what a piece of shit you are, and get back on track.
We'll talk about that in the next episode because the next episode will come out at the beginning of the new year, which means we have to come up with our resolutions and reflect back on last year's resolutions and see how poorly we did.
Yeah. Foreshadowing. We didn't do great.
Nope. All right, do you have any more beers?
I have one, but I'm going to steal it from you, so I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about that one.
You've actually got this one on tap right now. It's Einstock out of Reykjavik. Iceland. It's their beers are great. Every one of their beers I've ever had is always good, but this one is their Icelandic Winter Ale.
Yep.
Currently on tap at 1907. Not promoting them, but it just is a great beer. So I had that one the other night when we were at the bar, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's like an amber-ish ale, amber to brown, kind of somewhere in there. But there's a little bit of there's a lot of maltiness to it. There's a little bit of spiciness to it,
but not much.
But yeah, not much. Just a hint of the cinnamon or the nutmeg or those Christmas flavors, the pie spice.
Yeah, and see that's what I like because they don't blow your face. I don't want some. I don't want to taste like I'm eating a cookie, a Christmas cookie.
Right.
I want a little bit of the flavor, but I still want beer.
Right.
Yeah, and they do a great job, I think, of making that balance.
There are a lot of good oatmeal cookie porters out there, though. And I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Who does the oatmeal raisin one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people do.
No, there's one specifically I'm thinking of. It's red or maroon. Oatmeal raisin. How do you spell raisin?
You're asking
You're raising a child.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Beer. I'm trying to think of one specifically, but I remember it and it was really good. You got me thinking about it now.
I do like a lot of the coffee porters at Christmas time too. Like Schlafly's coffee stout, super tasty.
Oh, I was thinking of Cigar Cities. They sold out, so I still like them.
Who'd they sell out to? InBev?
Yeah. I can't blame them. They got it's been several years, 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah,
they got offered a ton of money.
Yeah, if someone's going to stroke a 7-figure check, I'm going to sell out too.
Hint, podcast companies out there, Spotify, reach out to us.
We can be bought.
Very cheaply, really.
Yeah,
It doesn't use six figures. I mean, a 6-pack of beer, we're done. I mean,
I was gonna say it's way lower than six figures, bro.
all right. So, shoot us your favorite beers, especially Tyler. As you guys know, Tyler is what is your czar of procurement?
My business card says the czar of procurement. Yes.
For 1907.
Yes.
So he's got good connections with beer. Even if you just like, they'll sell you kegs, guys. They will actually sell you kegs. I've bought many a kegs from 1907.
Yep.
So if you like something and you're interested, shoot Tyler a message and he can probably get it for you.
One thing, like a lot of people come up to me and like I do get a lot of recommendations. It's like the problem is sometimes a lot of them I just can't get.
Well, you're working with certain distributors.
Yeah, and beer is so territorial.
It is.
It's like a lot of the times it's just outside of the jurisdiction and I can't get it. And
No.
we don't work with more than 5 distributors.
But
so.
you can't hurt to ask.
No.
Ask him.
Yeah,
Listen,
ask.
He'll be honest with you. He'll be like, nope, can't get that. Or, yeah, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And even if you don't want it in a keg, he can get a lot of 6-pack,
I get a lot of
stuff like that.
package stuff and things of that nature.
Yeah, so shoot him some ideas if you got any beers you're looking for.
Tyler at 1907brewingcompany.com.
Or just hit us up at Lagers and Loudmouths email address, and we'll get you in touch with them. All right, so moving on in our Christmas topics, we're going on to our gifts. Best and worst gifts you have ever received. I've struggled with this one. I've been thinking about this one all day.
I did too.
You want to go worst gift first or best gift first?
Let's go best gift first.
Okay.
Because I don't have a really good response to the other one.
I guess it's kind of a dick move if you do have a good response. Like my mom gave me this thing, I absolutely hated it.
Yeah. I don't know. I took this a couple different ways. Like, I'm like, okay, do I look at it as an adult or do I look at it as a child? I think as a child, I mean, you get toys and everything.
Yeah, of course.
But in 3 years, you forget about that
Of
stuff.
course.
But I think we got the PlayStation 1 once for Christmas.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. In more recent times as an adult, I got a 15-gallon stainless steel brew kettle. That's absolutely badass. And
Nice.
I still use it. I've used it for 4 or 5 years.
Who got you that?
I think my parents got it for me.
Yeah, okay.
But it kind of sounds like a lame gift, but
No,
like,
but if you know you, that's a perfect gift.
right,
And
it's
that's what a
perfect
gift is supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not the sexiest of things, but dude, this thing's a fucking beast. I love it so much.
Nice, a brew kettle. I mean, I can see that being your favorite gift.
Yeah, for sure. What about you?
My favorite gift, so I'm going a little nostalgic here. So I'm one of those kids, I don't like gifts. I never liked gifts because we didn't grow up with money, so I never got a lot of gifts as a kid. So like it's like you know how some people can't take a compliment?
Yes.
That's how I feel with gifts. Like,
Okay.
I don't want it. I mean, I appreciate the thought that you put into it,
Right.
but it makes me feel weird. Have you seen, you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Oh, of course.
All right, do you remember that
Sheldon
episode?
Cooper?
You remember that
Yeah.
episode with Sheldon where Penny gets him a gift, and then he doesn't know how to reciprocate, so he goes out and buys I think it's like 7 or 8 different variations of a fruit basket at varying different prices.
Right.
That's how I feel with gifts. If somebody gives me a gift, I feel like I have to reciprocate equally. Like it's not about it's a terrible way to think of gifts, but
I'm actually glad you said that because it plays very well into my worst gift.
okay, good.
Response.
All right. So my favorite gift was, like I said, we grew up very poor, single mom for a while. She, at the time, did not have a lot of money. She got us each a coloring book and a set of 24 crayons.
I like it.
It's just the nostalgia. I think it just because in my mind, I think I realized it was kind of a turning point in my mind where I realized, like, all right, this isn't really about like getting something.
Right.
It's more about the feeling of Christmas kind of thing.
And did you get the Crayolas?
I mean, we were poor, probably not. It was a color art.
Okay.
Probably not, but that's what it was. Yeah. So that's probably my favorite. It's just for the idea of the memories it kind of brings.
Sure.
back.
Sure.
Tiff's given me a few good gifts over the years. She says she's thought really hard this year, so I'm pretty excited for this Christmas.
Yeah, there you
I've
go.
got no ideas other than that hat she already gave me.
Me and Kate, we do gifts, every year, but we're more of experienced people.
Same.
I'd rather spend some money and like go on a small trip, nothing crazy, not a big vacation, but like a weekend trip somewhere, a getaway. I much prefer doing stuff like that and like making memories and experiences and not necessarily like tangible things.
I think we're the same way because at the end of the day, if I want something,
I'll
I
buy
buy
it.
it.
I'll buy it.
Just buy it. I mean, that's why Tiff hates buying gifts for me. She's told me, she's like, if you want it, you just buy it.
Yeah.
And I do. So I kind of feel bad there, but so yeah. All right. Tell me your worst gift.
So I I was thinking about this all day, and I can't really think of a worst gift I've ever received. You know, maybe I'm blessed and lucky and all that stuff, but to answer the question for me, I think it's the obligatory gift. Like no one put thought into it, but it's like you bought me something, so I have to give you something. That reciprocation, thing.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'm going to answer that question. I think.
No, and I 100% agree with that. And I'll give you a good backstory. So my family and I've got an older brother, a sister who's about a year and a half younger than me. So we span anywhere from, what is he? He's 38 now, down to my sister. Well, we've got a 16-year-old brother too, but everywhere in between. So what we do instead is we just draw names every year. Mom will put all of our names in the hat and just randomly draw names, and we set a limit at $50. And it just becomes this tedious process. And we've told her, like, listen, we don't need to do this anymore. Let's just buy gifts we will buy the younger kids something, and we'll send mom a gift, but we don't need to do this thing.
Yeah, and I think both mine and Kate's family are kind of going in the same way. It's like we don't need to do this big production where we all buy each other gifts or even draw names. We're all adults. If we want something, like I'd much rather just spend the time with the people, have a good time, drink some beer, things like that.
I got my gift. My sister drew my name this year, and I got my gift. And she messaged me like 2 weeks ago. She's like, "Hey, what do you want?" So I mean, at that point, is it a gift or is it just the obligatory? I'm buying you this because we met this criteria kind of thing. Right. And I mean, it's something I wanted that I had not currently bought myself. So,
sure.
But yeah, so I would agree with you. So mine is kind of along the same lines, and you might disagree with this one. Gift cards.
I'm okay with them.
I like the idea of them, but I think it kind of 100% defeats the purpose.
Very low effort.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to complain about a gift card.
Like I said,
I'm not going to complain about cash.
You give me 50 Amazon bucks or 100 Amazon bucks. Yeah, that's great. I'll find something to buy with it. But
I'm not a big gift guy anyway. Like, I really don't care if anybody gets me anything.
That's where I'm
at.
And
I don't feel like I'm a very good gift giver. So like,
see, I think I'm a great gift giver.
I feel like you are.
And all right, tip for anybody who's struggling with this out there: it's not hard. You just have to listen. And they're not going to explicitly say, "Hey, this would be a great gift." They're going to come out and they're going to say something along the lines, "Oh, I would really like that." That's how I always get Tiff's gifts. She'll just kind of in passing mention this one thing. And apparently I have a spot in my brain that just shoves all that shit because I remember it for later on in the year. It's like, oh, I remember her mentioning that. So that's all it is. You just got to listen to what people say. They'll tell you what they want.
To me, I think I like sentimental gifts too.
Of course.
So it's like it could cost nothing or like $5, but if it actually means something, that's a lot. That has a lot more intrinsic value than the actual gift itself.
Yeah.
Like, if someone got me, or if, like, Kate got me a watch or something, like, the watch itself is cool, but the fact that she gave it to me and she thought that I would like this is, more meaningful than the actual item itself.
All right, let's put her on the spot, and let's put Tiff on the spot right now. This episode will come out Friday, which is about 4 days before Christmas. What do you want Kate to get you this year? She's not going to have time to get it, so this will be great.
I don't want anything. Like, I don't care. Like, if she gets me something, cool. If she doesn't, perfect. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd like a watch would be cool. Yeah. Nothing crazy.
What kind of, are you thinking, like a smartwatch, fitness watch?
No, like a regular, like a nice dress watch.
Okay.
Like, I've never had a nice dress watch before. Right. And it's like, it doesn't need to be a fucking Rolex or anything like that. No, of course not. $100, $150 watch.
Yeah, just a good watch.
Something that's quality, but again, it's like, how often would I wear a watch?
I don't know.
Do I have a need for a watch? No.
Once I started wearing a watch, I don't. I can't go without it.
I like watches because I like mechanical shit.
Yeah,
and that's really cool. And you can get watches with like, you could see all the gears and stuff moving.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool.
No, see, mine's fitness. I care about all that stuff. Like my heart rate right now is 81. I'm currently taking 5,452 steps today. So, I mean, that's kind of
slacking, man.
I know. It's a Sunday. Listen, it was a long day yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tend to agree with you. Like if Tiff were to ask me what I want, I've told her before. I was like, there is nothing I want. I would much rather get her name and stuff and just go about my day.
Honestly, like when Kate gets me, if Kate wants to get me a nice gift, she'll go out and she'll buy, a decent bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
Maybe something I haven't had before, something that's nice. And she knows I like bourbon, so it's like, oh, we'll try it. I don't go out and regularly buy $75 bottles of bourbon, but if someone gives me it as a gift,
Of
it's like,
course.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
thanks. This, I like this. Yeah.
And it's a nice bottle of bourbon.
Something
it's
I
like,
wouldn't have bought myself. 'Cause
Exactly.
You're not going to spend that much.
and
but-
it's like, you look at it as kind of a special occasion beverage.
Yep.
You pop it open when something happens or something, you want to celebrate, and
Yep.
you enjoy it with everybody around you.
Yep. I agree with that. So Kate, he wants a watch. You got 5 days to get it at this point. A nice watch. If you don't get it, he'll be a little sad, but he won't be overly sad.
I don't give a shit about anything. I don't care about that.
I feel like Kate would be a pretty good gift giver.
Kate's
She's a listener.
Kate.
She's a listener.
Kate's a better gift giver than I, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think she's she's like me. She's a bit more introverted, and we just tend to be listeners by just natural habit.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I think listeners just tend to just, if you listen and have obviously the means to buy gifts, you tend to be a little better at it.
100%.
All right. So gifts, worst gifts, gift cards. I don't hate them.
I don't hate it.
I just dislike the thought, or lack of thought, I guess.
Sure.
But I also, I'm not going to turn down $50.
No.
$50 is $50.
It goes back to that, like, I feel like I need to reciprocate. Like, I don't know what to get you.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we're kind of switching gears a little bit here, not talking about ourselves, but we're talking about Santa's naughty and or nice list. So basically what we're doing here is we're going to name our naughty and nice people. I guess we'll say celebrities, public figures, things like
that's
that.
how you went with
That's
that.
how'd you take it?
Oh, I thought it was people like in our lives.
Oh, I can go down that road too.
Shit, I didn't. I'm so unprepared for this question.
That's good. All right, I'll start then with my nice person for 2024.
Okay.
We were actually talking about this yesterday. I'm not a fan of her music, but T Swift.
Oh yeah.
She just came off the end of her Eras tour. What was it, like 140 shows or something like
Uh-huh.
that in like a year and a half. And I saw the stats that said she donated it's close to 200 million.
197 million or something.
Of her own, that could have been her money, to all of her crew and her truck drivers and all that stuff, just to give them bonuses for the time put in. So I was like, she deserves it, man. A nice list for that.
Okay. I don't have a specific example. I'm kind of just going off of a hunch,
All right.
but I feel like Post Malone would be on the nice list.
I like Post Malone.
He seems like a really humble dude, caring, loving.
It'd be a fun dude to party with.
Oh God, he'd be cool to hang out with,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think you'd have a good time.
I'm gonna put him on the nice list.
All right.
He
Post
sounds
Malone's
cool.
on the night list. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go my naughty list, and this is low-hanging fruit here.
Yeah, no shit.
Literally low-hanging fruit.
I bet you're gonna say the same thing I am.
P. Diddy.
Yep, I was going there.
Yeah, P. Diddy. Sorry, buddy. You're getting everything that you deserve.
Yep.
You are definitely on the naughty list for 2024.
100%.
You should probably be on probably maybe a death row list, which is alluding to a future episode.
Yep.
That's coming out in
Yep.
not so distant future. So yeah, P. Diddy, you're on the naughty list this year.
100% in agreement.
Do you got any other naughty lists?
No, that's the one that immediately went to my head.
Do you got any other nice lists?
I wasn't prepared for the question, so I'm just gonna say no.
No more nice lists.
I'm assuming you have some honorable
I mean,
mentions.
I've got some. I mean, there's obviously tons of people out there that are donating money. You got your Warren Buffett, your Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that always donate literally billions of dollars. Who was it? Bill and Melinda Gates, $4.1 billion this year. Warren Buffett, $5.2 billion donated to this year. I mean, when you think about that in perspective of how rich they are, it's well, actually, this website I pulled up actually gives it to you. So, Warren Buffett giving as a percent of his net worth was 30% of his net worth. That's pretty
Jesus
impressive.
Christ, yeah.
Yeah. Would you give away 30% of your net worth?
If I had like $500 billion, sure.
But you don't.
Would I give 30% of my net worth away right now?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm a piece of shit. Would you?
No.
Exactly.
I got bills to pay.
Exactly.
I mean, if I had funds at Warren Buffett style, yeah, I think I'd be a pretty good person with my money if I had those types of funds.
You don't think that has anything to do with some massive tax write-offs?
Oh, 100%. I think that definitely helps the tax write-offs.
I don't want to go too far into it.
That's a good debate for another day.
Yeah, that's a good debate. I don't want to go too far into it.
No, but you're right. I mean,
I question the
motives,
the genuineness of it. Plus, what'd you say? Like 4 point.
This is like for Warren, it was 5.2 billion.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, he has so much money where you can't even comprehend it. So it's like, that's a rounding error for him.
Yes, I mean he's worth obviously close to like $200 billion. For him, that would be like us giving away, I don't know, $1,000.
Right.
I mean, if somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, I really need $1,000, could I do it?" Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was somebody I trusted and really knew they actually needed it, I probably would.
Sure, of course.
But yeah, for him, it's like that's not a big deal.
It just sounds really good because it's an inconceivable amount of money for 99.9% of people.
Yeah. No, of course. All right, I'm going to go one more here, and this is just because as an educator, I appreciate this guy. So this guy is Jim and Marilyn Simmons. So this guy gave away close to $1 billion over the last year, and he gave $500 million of it to a specific college, Stony Brook in New York, to basically fund undergraduate education for the foreseeable future.
Cool.
Basically, anybody who gets in that institution has their education paid for by him now.
That's kind of cool.
So yeah, as an educator, I like that one.
Yeah, of course.
Any more naughty list? I got one more if you don't.
Go for it.
Good old Alex Jones.
That guy's a psycho.
Yeah, that guy, he deserves to be on the naughty list too. I mean, come on. How you going to, we all know him from his claims about Sandy Hook being a hoax and all that nonsense.
That's what got him in trouble.
Yeah, he's obviously far outspoken than that, but that's
Right.
ultimately what kind of did him in.
Not defending him, but he has said some things that people thought were crazy that turned out to be true.
Yeah.
So
No, that's fair.
I'll give it to him. But no, the Sandy Hook thing.
That totally did him in.
You kind of get what you deserve on that. Like, you're kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, 100%. All right, tell us who is. All right, well, no. All right, so
Yeah.
I want to know how you took this.
Yeah, so I
hope Kate's on your naughty list.
No, I took it as like people we know who's on the naughty and nice
Okay.
list. I thought that was a little more fun.
Listen, after last night, I think all of our wives and their friends are all on the naughty list.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to put Miss Haley Fugate on the naughty list this year.
All right, Haley, what did you do?
We have a unique relationship.
You
but
guys are like brother and sister.
Yeah, we give each other a lot of shit all the time, and we're kind of mean to each other sometimes. So I'm just, I'm going to poke the bear a little bit, and I'm going to put Haley on the naughty list this year.
All right, that's fair. I'm trying to think of who out of our friend group would I put on the naughty list. I don't know. I mean, Haley's a solid choice, but I can't pick her as well. Because, I mean, she doesn't really poke at me like she does you.
No.
You guys are like brother and sister.
Yeah. But hey, Haley's a great person. Like,
she's going to be on the episode soon.
We're going to force her in here. We have to.
Yeah, she was here last night.
Yeah, I mean, she was putting the headphones on last night and everything. She was ready to go. We should have just recorded yesterday.
We should have. We should have just turned on the mic and that would have been a hell of
that
an
would have
episode.
been a shit show.
Just pre-recording the whole time. I don't know. I don't have any naughty lists.
It's way easier on the nice list, I think.
It is. All right, who do you got? I'll give you my nice then.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a shout out to you and Kurt, your dad.
Okay.
Because you guys just spent a week helping me redo my bathroom. You mainly. Kurt just was the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
We called Kurt like 5 times. Like, Kurt, this is happening. What should we do? So Kurt's going to be on my nice list for this year.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
Yeah. You as well, of course.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
you
that.
did all the work.
I'm going to put Tiff on the nice list.
I prefer her on the naughty list.
Tiff is just a very wholesome, genuine, good person. I think she'd give you the shirt off her back. So I'm gonna put her on the nice list.
That's fair. All right, I like that. Yeah, please tell us, local friends especially. Tell us where we belong. Where should Tyler be? Should he be a naughty or nice? Should I be naughty or nice? I think it depends on the day for both of us.
I guess it probably depends on who you ask too.
All right, now we need to start a poll. Where do we belong? All right.
That'd be a good Facebook poll.
I was gonna say, look out for that.
Write
Facebook
that down.
Poll. All right, so let's see. Let's do a couple more of these, and then we're gonna end with would you rather questions. You guys know how we like would you rathers.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna end with that. So let's do just a couple more. All right, this one's I guess we'll call it more serious. It's not really that serious, but do you think Christmas has become too commercialized?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Conversation over. No, it just really is. I mean, it starts. These used to be just Black Friday when you would go stand in lines.
Yep.
But now it starts. You got your Prime days and your things leading up to it, and then I mean, they still have all the Black Friday days where people are still getting up early. It's not like it used to be. I don't think people really line up much anymore, do they?
I don't think so.
Because it's all online.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to. Have you ever done the Black Friday early morning stuff?
Yeah, I used to go to Bass Pro Shop and do it.
You would. What the hell did you want at Bass Pro that you would line up for?
Ammunition.
That's fair. Did they give that good of a deal?
Yeah.
All right.
It was when 22 long rifle was like impossible to find.
Yeah.
And they had just got a pallet of it, and you could go buy like 1,000 rounds for like really cheap. So I'm
Nice.
like,
All right, fair enough.
I'm buying that.
Yeah, I think I've done it once, and after that one time, I was like, nope, never
It's crazy.
again. And it's not that enjoyable.
No,
And
hell no.
these days, I mean, like I said, you can get everything you want on the Prime. So yes, has it become too commercialized? I think we would all probably agree 100%. The only person who would probably say no is Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah,
But fuck him. We don't care about him.
He's laughing all the way to the bank on that one.
Exactly. I don't think there's anybody who could ask that would say it's not too commercialized.
Yeah, the whole capitalistic, society and all that stuff. Like,
Do you think that diminishes Christmas?
yes,
Yeah.
to me, well, I think this is going to be
No, send it. Yeah.
to me, Christmas is more about, having some time off, enjoying the time with the people that you want to spend it with, not necessarily, bags and wrapping paper and gifts and all that crap.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's part of it, but yeah, I mean, I agree. It's ultimately just getting to hang out with people that you might not get to see that often.
Right.
Have some good dinners, drink some good brews, whatever it is you enjoy doing.
I enjoy that much more than, the commercial aspect of it. I could care less. Like I said, if I want something, I'll buy it for myself. But
yeah. Do you get off for Christmas? A decent amount, or is it just like a few days here or there?
In my company, we get Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, but I typically take the other days around that off with my PTO, so I'll get like a week and a half off at Christmas time.
I got you, because Christmas falls on a Wednesday, so you're taking off like that whole week, the Monday, Tuesday before, and the Thursday, Friday after?
Yep.
Nice. So you get the whole week off?
Yep.
That'll be fun. And then you taking off the Monday, Tuesday before New Year's?
Sure am.
Nice. That's going to be good. We'll have to do some stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in education, so yeah, obviously we get off pretty good. So I'll be done essentially Wednesday of this week, and I'll have off until the 6th of January, which is nice.
That's a nice little break.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, we've got a few final grade postings here and there, but nothing crazy. So yeah, no, I would agree with you. Too commercialized, and I would much rather just hang out with people and have a good time.
For sure.
Which is what we tend to do. So that's I feel like we're doing things right.
Yeah, we're doing it okay, I think.
All right, we're going to end with a kind of what does Christmas mean to you before we go into our would you rathers. Like we've kind of touched on it here and there, but if you were to kind of put it into a couple sentences, what would it be?
Yeah, I think it's evolved over the years. I think when you're younger, it's all about, Santa Claus and the gifts,
Of course.
and, eating breakfast and everything like that on Christmas morning. I think as I gotten older, kind of what I alluded on in the last question is just, really taking in the atmosphere that you put yourself in, because, as you get older, everyone gets, everyone gets to be adults, and, time's very limited. Everybody's very busy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can get everybody in one place at one time, I think that's a really kind of special event, and you should really try to take that in and enjoy it and cherish it, because it happens, more infrequently as you get older.
No, agreed. All right, so maybe this is just me. It made me think of this. But so like when I'm in a moment, like at a concert or at something like special, I have to physically make myself like stop, reflect on that current moment. That way I can put it in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to do that, or does it just kind of happen naturally?
No, I think I do a very poor job at doing that.
Yeah. Like I said, if I don't actually stop and like say, hey, think about where you're at right now. Think about this, this is a pretty cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I don't put it in my brain.
Yeah. And I mean, I've actually thought about this a lot over the past few months. I feel like I'm just existing through life right now, just because I'm so freaking busy with like 3-4 jobs I have, trying to make sure all my responsibilities are taken care of. It's like time goes by so fast, and you don't really, stop and enjoy it. And I think that's something I need to do better at.
That's a good way to set up your goals for
100%.
All right, I want to hear this in a couple weeks. Then our next episode, we're going to talk about our goals. For Christmas for me, obviously has evolved. Now it's all about my kid.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I mean, he's 6.5. He's full Santa.
Oh yeah.
He's. Speaking of that, when did you stop believing in Santa? Do you remember?
Oh, not particularly. I feel like around a normal age, maybe 10.
Okay.
I think that's about a good tipping point for that.
That seems about right. I think I was a little younger, but mine was simply for financial reasons. Like I said, we grew up very poor, so Mom just had to sit us down one day. She's like, "Guys, I'm sorry, but this is just kind of how it is.
Yep,
I'm doing the best I can, that kind of thing." So it was a little earlier for me, but I think we all kind of inherently kind of knew that was coming anyway.
Right.
Amos asked us like last week. He was like, do you believe in Santa? So I guess kids are already starting to talk about it in first grade.
How'd you respond to that?
I was like, oh, I was enthusiastically yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to sell it as long as I can.
So
with
you
them.
you weren't ready to pull that cord.
No, not at all. Well, we do Santa.
Six is a little young for that, I think.
We do Santa the right way. I think, in my opinion, obviously that's why we do it. We do Santa gives you one gift. That's all you're getting from Santa. Because I remember being, like I said, being the poor kid, all these kids would come back from Christmas like, Santa brought me this. They brought me the PlayStation. They brought me, and I was like, well, Santa must fucking hate me.
Yeah.
So, no, we said that when we had kids, like Santa brings one gift. He gets to write his letter to Santa and ask him what he wants.
I'm kind of torn on the whole Santa thing. I mean, this might be an unpopular opinion, but you brought up a good point where, when you're at school and everyone's bragging about all the cool shit they got, it's like...
You're going to make somebody feel real shitty.
Well, it's going to at least make a kid think, and kids aren't dumb. So it's like, they're going to eventually put the pieces together.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, kind of like you. Like, why
that's exactly what it was.
Why did this guy get a PlayStation and I got a coloring book?
Yep, exactly. So, no, I mean... I don't know, we won't call them friends, but we had these people that we were acquaintances with when we lived in Florida. And they made a decision when they had kids, like, we're not teaching our kids about Santa. We're going to be like, hey, mom and dad are the ones that are giving you gifts. Santa's this, like, they let them, they tell them the story of Santa and why it's there.
Sure.
And I can see that logic. I'm not going to do it with my kid. I'm going to let him believe and have an imagination to be a kid while he's a kid, but I can see that logic.
Yeah, of course.
You've also got a ladybug that's been crawling on your headset for about 5 minutes now.
On my headset?
Yeah, I'm just watching it. Flip it.
Oh, no shit. There it is.
He was on your neck a second ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a nice ladybug.
Oh, better ladybugs than the possums. Hey, did you catch those other possums?
No, not yet.
Damn.
Not yet. There must be another hole somewhere.
Yep.
All right. So that ends what we're going to call that our serious Christmas discussion.
Yeah, okay.
Share with us your favorite holiday beers, your favorite holiday memories, your favorite... All right, we didn't talk about memories. Do you have a favorite holiday memory? Just anything.
I do, but my favorite holiday memory, I think, is we have a tradition in our extended family. After my grandfather passed away, they were 100% Polish.
Okay.
So we always did a shot of a Polish honey liqueur called Krumpnik at Christmas time, and that really stuck with me. So that's a tradition that I kind of carry on just independently, down here in Tennessee.
You better bring it on Christmas Eve.
We're going to bring all of it.
All right. Krumpnik on Christmas Eve. Yeah. I think for me, it was probably in the last 2 years, just when Amos was old enough to realize Christmas and get like super excited about it in the morning.
Right.
So I think that's just fun.
Yeah.
Watching a kid, I mean, through a kid's eyes, it is completely different.
Well, that's interesting for you because your perception on Christmas is changing based off of your kid.
Oh, 100%.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it is like in like 6 years when he stops believing Santa Claus.
Right.
I mean, obviously, he's a kid, so he's probably still going to expect gifts, but how do we approach that at that point? And obviously, we still get him gifts, but...
I've seen all the freaking toys that kid has.
It's ridiculous.
He ain't hurting.
No, this is ridiculous. He's very spoiled. He's a good kid, but he's very spoiled. All right, so to kind of, I won't say wrap us up because you never know how long we'll go here, but we got some would you rather questions, but these are Xmas style, so Christmas edition.
Perfect.
So we're just going to kind of run through these and whichever ones sound fun, talk about.
Cool.
First up, would you rather get socks or fruitcake for Christmas?
Socks.
Socks are very useful. So
they're useful.
I made we won't call, well, no, I'm going to call it a mistake because Tiff's mom will never listen to our podcast. I made the mistake probably, Tiff and I have been together for going on 18 years now, of telling her mom that I wanted socks for Christmas one time. And now every year I get socks for Christmas.
Really?
I've got so many socks I've got packs of socks that I haven't even opened.
Yeah.
I donated a lot of them to the hurricane relief when Kate was asking for stuff. I was like, yes, this is a good way for me to get rid of all those Christmas socks. So yeah, socks would be my answer too. I don't know that I've actually had a good fruitcake.
I don't think I've ever had a fruitcake, period.
All right, maybe I should add that to my agenda for Christmas Eve.
Don't. I mean, you can. People always, I don't know. I guess the perception.
I think it's a love or hate thing.
I guess the perception is that it's like weird and bad, but I don't think I've ever actually tried it, so I can't really definitively say that.
All right, my goal is to make the best fruitcake ever, and then you will long for fruitcake.
There we go.
All right.
Maybe that changes my answer then.
It could be. Would you rather spend Christmas in the snow or on a tropical beach?
Tropical beach, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I think for Christmas for me, I want to feel cold.
No, I mean,
Maybe it's because I lived in Florida. I lived in the heats.
Yeah,
for a
so
while.
I think mine's the exact opposite. I can't grew up in Southwest Chicago.
True.
It's like, dude, I don't need to see another snowflake in my whole
No,
life.
that's literally one of the reasons we left Florida. Like, we hate this. There's no seasons. I was on the house putting up Christmas lights in December, and I was shirtless and sweating.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this. This isn't Christmas. You don't get the Christmas vibes when
Right.
it's 90 degrees outside. So no, for me, for Christmas, I want to be cold. Cold, fire, a good bourbon sitting there.
I do like the fires and the bourbon.
You can't
and all
do that
stuff.
when it's hot.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. All right. Would you rather have Christmas dinner with your entire extended family or a quiet dinner with just your immediate family?
We've done both. I think there's pros and cons to each.
It's nice to see those people.
Yeah. At this point in my life, I think I'd prefer to do it just with my immediate family in kind of more of a close, intimate setting
I'm with you.
than the whole production.
It's just chaos.
That's kind of where I'm at. It's like there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of people, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And then I just start drinking too early because I have to socialize with these people I only see like twice a year.
Right,
and then I'm
right.
drunk by 3 o'clock,
Right.
and then everybody's yelling at me. So yeah, no, I'm with you. Let's just keep it small. Few friends, few family. I like the smaller dinners.
Yeah, it's just a little easier to manage, I think.
Yeah. All right, this one. Would you rather have Santa Claus be real, but nobody knows except you, or have everyone know Santa is real, but not have presents on Christmas?
Huh.
So would you rather have Santa Claus be real, but nobody knows, or have everyone know Santa is real, but there's no presents? I mean, what is Santa what is Santa without presents?
That's kind of where I'm going with it. Like, if you're going to go down that route, like, that's what he does. So what is he doing?
The spirit. He's bringing the spirit of Christmas giving and goodness. And
I think I'll go with the first option.
the first option,
Yeah.
being you'd rather have Santa Claus be real, but you're the only one who knows.
Sure, why not?
That's fair.
I don't put too much stock into Christmas anyway, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
change my life at all.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Fake Christmas tree, real Christmas tree.
We've never had a real Christmas tree, but I do enjoy them, so I'm going to go real Christmas tree.
We've done both. Moderately recently. And the idea and the smell of a real Christmas tree is great, but man, those things are
Freaking
annoying.
mess.
It's a mess. They just drop the needles all the time, even if you keep it watered like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
It's just a mess, and then you got to dispose of it afterwards. So you got to find something where they burn great.
Yeah, they
go up
do.
in flames
Oh, man,
once they
they
get a
go.
little dry.
They go.
And it's fast. It's like a 5-minute burn, and your tree's gone.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go artificial just because I like the ease of just being
Mhm.
able to stick it in my attic and be done with it.
Yeah, I get that. You don't have to worry about going out and trying to find one every year and all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Would you rather have Christmas lights that never burn out or holiday music that never stops playing?
Christmas lights never burn out.
That's
can't
very
stand,
practical.
I can't stand holiday music.
No?
I
Don't like any of it?
I,
Do you
I,
have a favorite Christmas song?
I got some outlier shit.
Now, what's your outlier shit?
Mistress for Christmas by AC/DC.
Nobody knows that except you.
No.
That's your favorite Christmas song?
Yeah.
Nice.
Why not?
I mean, that's fair. No, I respect it.
I don't love Christmas.
Why don't you love Christmas?
I think growing up, my family and my grandparents were like 2 feet in the deep end of the pool on Christmas. Like, my grandparents would decorate every room of their house with the Macy's holiday, everything. My parents would go pretty extensive with the Christmas decorations, the lights. My dad cut frickin' Christmas themes out of plywood and hand painted them and all that stuff.
Nice. I can see Kirk doing that.
So I think I was really, really burned out
Too
on
much,
Christmas too early. So
Yeah.
now I guess I'm jaded, and I'm like, we don't decorate.
I went over there to the house to pick up the SD card, and I saw the Clark Griswold, the little flag you got in the front yard. That's it.
Well, Kate kind of fights me on it a little bit, and she's actually done a good job. She's like, if she knows if she decorates for a holiday, she has to get decorations that like kind of suit my mindset. So we have some like weird Christmas decorations. Like, we have a little 2-foot Christmas tree, but we put like the Mario Kart star as the topping on the tree. So
All right.
Kate does a good job, but we do not go over the top on decorating for
Let her
anything
decorate.
really.
Let her decorate. Whatever makes them happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just not going to do it.
You're not doing. You're not getting on the roof and doing any of that
No,
nonsense.
I'm not doing any of it. If
See.
she wants to decorate the house, go for it. But
and again, because I have a kid, I mean, it's,
you got to.
it changes
You got the
it.
dinosaurs out front
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
dinosaurs, blow ups, trees decorated, everything. And then he loves it, so that makes you love it at the same time.
Yeah, you kind of got to, right?
Yeah. All right, let's see. What do we got next? All right, this is an interesting one. Would you rather experience the holiday season through the eyes of a child or as an adult with no responsibilities?
That's a hard one.
That's a tough one, yeah.
I'm going to go as an adult with no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Because like as a child, I don't know. It's all about life experience, so it's hard to kind of put yourself back as a child, knowing what you know now, right?
No, you're right.
So I think I'm going to stick with that answer. I'm going to go as an adult with no responsibilities. But I can see
But do you remember being a kid on Christmas morning, how exciting it was?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, do you get that excited about anything in your life as an adult?
Probably. I mean,
it's just like going on a vacation. That's maybe the most exciting thing you get in years. Like, all right, I'm on the plane going to my vacation.
Yeah, I think you can experience that still as an adult.
It's a little harder, though.
It's a little harder, though, because there's a lot more moving parts. Whereas a kid, you just wake up and it happens. And you didn't have to do anything.
No, you're just like, this day's coming, this day's coming. You wake up and it's like, yes, party.
Right,
all day.
exactly.
But yeah, I think that's a harder feeling to get as an adult. Like I said, maybe going on vacations when you know you got that vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you can drop your kid off at grandma's house. That's always nice because you're like freedom for however long you got.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that feeling is harder to get as an adult, but as an adult, I feel like you appreciate it more.
Yes, I totally
So I
agree.
think I can see your answer being a better one there. I mean, yeah, as a kid, you have fun and you enjoy it, but how many kids get gifts and they're broken in a week or they don't even remember they have them 2 weeks later.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, as an adult, you remember those big moments a lot more. So no, all right, I like that answer. I'm gonna go with that. All right, let's see. It's like a list of 30 here, so I'm just kind of browsing them and picking one.
We're not hitting 30 of them.
No, I've already down to like 16. Would you rather have Christmas lights that automatically come on every year or never have to untangle them again? This doesn't matter to you. You don't put them up. But I can answer this one because every year when I take down the lights, I legit say this to myself. I'm like, December Cam is going to love you if you wrap these up properly. You know my cord.
Your cord management skills are god awful.
But that is the one time I take the time to wrap up the lights properly because I was like, December Cam, or actually we put up lights early. So November Cam next year is going to thank you if you just wrap these nice.
Yep.
So that's the one time of year I actually take the time to wrap things up.
So what was the question again? I'll answer.
Would you rather have Christmas lights that automatically come on every year or never have to? Well, actually, does that not answer the question? Because if you never have to untangle them, if they automatically come on, then you wouldn't have to untangle them, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
you still have to put them on. I mean, you could set them on a timer. Like people set timers on their lights every year.
Yeah.
I don't love that question.
No, I don't either. Because at the end of the day, if
I was going to answer, it's the untangling one for sure. Because that's a freaking nightmare,
it's
dude.
annoying, and you're going to break half the lights,
and then you got to
plug it in.
Yeah, and then they're not going to work anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have to wear an elf costume to every Christmas party or wear a Santa suit all month long for the month of December?
Elf to every Christmas party. Because I feel like
that'd be fun.
I would do that anyway because I'm kind of wild like that.
Yeah. No, I think that'd just be fun. Good old time.
Oh, 100%.
But I would wear a Santa suit.
I'd wear a Santa suit all year or all month too.
Same. I mean, I think those both just be fun.
They're both fun.
Yeah. All right. Both are correct. All right. Would you rather get a Christmas gift every day leading up to Christmas or just one really big gift on Christmas Day?
Just one really big gift on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I don't like clutter.
That's fair.
And I've tried to
25 gifts if you start beginning of December.
Yeah, I try to do a really good job of not collecting crap.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go just one gift.
One gift. A watch, Kate. What's your what do you guys? All right, so tell me, as a kid, what did you guys do for that Christmas dinner?
Christmas dinner, we would always end up going over to my aunt and uncle's house, and we would have the extended family get together. No, I take that back. Actually, no, we would go to my grandparents' house.
Okay,
and we'd. I think we had a pretty big extended family. I mean, not huge. I think it was probably 20, 25 people. So not as big as some families, but
That's still pretty big.
yeah, but I think we would always draw names, and then obviously grandparents bought gifts for everybody, but we'd all go over there. We'd, cook some prime rib or something, eat some good food, and then we'd all go in the living room, unwrap gifts, stuff like that.
Nice. That's fun. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat. We ours was always pretty small. We've never been like one of those families where like we see our extended family all the time. So ours was always pretty small. We would mom always went way overboard on Christmas cookies. Like she was like 20, 25 different types of Christmas cookies every year.
Kate's mom kind of does the same thing. She really she's like a really, really good baker.
Same with my
so
mom. Yeah.
she would text everybody and just say, "What Christmas cookies do you guys want?" I mean, she would have just a operation of
same.
cookies.
Now these days, mom's down to probably like 8 to 10 different types of cookies. But as a kid, it was ridiculous. It was like probably 20 to 30 different types.
Oh
of
yeah,
cookies.
it's crazy. And
we would eat them for weeks, and you end up throwing away a lot of them just because they go bad.
It's so much work too.
It is.
It's a lot of
to
work.
make good cookies is a lot of work. It's not like you're just throwing some chocolate chip dough in the oven.
I love a good cookie though, man.
Yeah, I do too. All right, one last would you rather, and we'll go to our hot takes.
Yeah, I totally have a hot take, guys.
I know. I do have one. I thought about it. It's not that good, but let's see. I'm trying to think here. Would you rather have an unlimited budget for holiday shopping, but with no personal input on what to buy, or have a strict budget, but be able to choose the perfect gift all the time?
I like both of those because I already said I'm inherently not a good gift giver.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so.
So if you have the opportunity, like you always know the perfect gift.
If
you
I
can take
always
that,
know the
but
perfect
it's on
gift,
a budget.
But it's on a budget. That's good because I can work with that and figure that out. But if I had an unlimited budget, I could buy some badass stuff that I knew would,
Nobody's gonna get mad if they get a car Christmas morning.
Exactly.
When an unlimited budget, you can buy pretty much anything.
I like both answers. I think I'm going to take the limited budget, but the perfect gift.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Because you only need,
perspective,
in my opinion, you only need one gift.
Agreed.
You only need
want that one that sticks.
Yes.
Just as an adult. I mean, kids, it's somewhat about quantity.
Like I said before, it goes beyond the tangible item. It's more about to me, it's more about like the thought and the sentiment behind it.
Yeah.
So I think if I had the choice, I would rather do that than just like, oh, here's a Lamborghini for Christmas,
I won't turn down a Lamborghini.
No, I wouldn't either, but it's probably less sentimental.
I will take it as very sentimental if you get me one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so just so you know, I don't want that budget Lamborghini either. Not the Hot Wheels version. All right, so we got a lot more of these I could keep going, but they're all kind of similar in realm. So we're going to end that Would You Rather session there. Share with us some of your favorite holiday traditions, your favorite gifts that you've ever gotten, anything along those lines, anything Christmas related. Just tell us. We want to hear it. So before we end, as always, let's finish with our hot takes.
Hot takes.
That's so hot.
You do that every damn time.
We'll continue to do it. It's my damn podcast. All right, what do you got? You got one?
No, you go first.
All right, good. Keep that brain, keep the cogs moving. All right, so mine is staying in the realm of Christmas. And perhaps maybe not a popular opinion, but do not feel obligated to go to those family members that you don't want to see.
I don't hate that hot take.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially if like there's any sort of, I guess maybe you should try and reconcile your differences.
Sure.
But if you can't, don't feel obligated to go to grandmas or aunts or uncles. If you're just not, we should be able to, the holiday season should be about spending the time with the people that we love and care about. So,
and it's like, if you don't care about me 11 months out of the year,
exactly.
Like you feel bad. You have to,
you have to put on a fake face for a day just to say that you did it.
I totally agree.
So yeah, that's my hot take. Don't feel obligated if you've got some holiday parties coming up next week and you just absolutely don't want to go. Just be like, nope, sorry, Grandma, got the vid, got the COVID again.
Got the vid.
I'll see you in 2025.
I like it.
All right, what do you got?
I'm going to go kind of along the lines of what we've been talking about. Try to take the stress out of Christmas.
Yeah, there's a lot of stress.
There's a lot of stress, and it's not supposed to be a time of stress. Like, don't stress about the gifts or the food.
What stresses you about it?
Nothing, because I don't care. I literally do not care about Christmas.
You really don't.
I
which
don't.
Is nice. I mean, I don't stress much in general.
And it's not this. I say I hate Christmas. I don't actually hate Christmas, but
you hate what it's become.
yeah, I don't like the commercialized
Yeah.
aspect of it. I don't like the stress and, everyone. Dude, Christmas brings out the freaking worst in
really
people.
does.
And that's the complete opposite of what it's supposed to be. I
Yeah.
guess I want to go back on what I said before. It's like, as you become an adult, it becomes harder and harder and harder to like get everyone together.
Mhm.
Really just live in the moment, do what you want to do, be with the people you want to be with. And it doesn't have to be this grand, production.
Yeah, exactly.
We could get some Papa John's pizza and drink some
Yeah.
beer.
Turn
and
on National Lampoons and sit
Yeah.
in the basement and watch the movies.
Exactly.
That's a great time.
It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. For me, it's more about the time.
Yeah.
Time is something you can't buy
Nope.
and you don't get it back.
Nope.
So
Once it's gone, it's gone.
enjoy the time you have and enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. And that kind of
It does.
ties into
Yeah.
yours.
Don't feel obligated to give that time to somebody who's maybe you don't feel like deserves it.
Right, exactly.
No, I like that. It's a
Yeah.
good way to end it.
Not bad for pulling it out of my ass.
I know. All right, guys. So as we mentioned at the beginning, onset of the podcast, if you stayed with us through our entire Christmas debacle here, giveaway. We got 3 prizes. First prize is pretty impressive. Second prize is pretty good as well. Well, they're all good. I like them all.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out our Facebook page. The giveaway will officially end next weekend, so probably the Saturday or Sunday of next week. So it'll be like a day or two after this episode comes out. So just get on there quick. Again, it's going to be easy criteria, standard social media stuff, like, comment, that type of stuff. So get on there, check out the giveaway, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Next episode, 31, will be out beginning of January.
Thank you for tuning in to Lagers and Loudmouths. Be sure to never miss an episode by subscribing to us on your favorite podcast streaming service. If you would like to provide feedback or suggest a topic for a future episode, please reach out to us at lagersandloudmouths@gmail.com.